Welcome everybody to the SisStars Cipher. It's your lady #SparkPlenty. And
We have Mahogany J. Moore here.
how Mahogany, thanks for being here. And I just wanted to read the title of today's session on SisStars Cipher and tell everybody what the description is for today to kind of set the tone. And then we're going to go into our icebreaker. All right. So it's called Dreams Deferred, Balancing Parenthood and Aspirations. Join the SisStars today as we engage in a heartfelt conversation about the dreams and aspirations that we put on hold while fulfilling our role as parents and caregivers. From career ambitions to personal passions, we explore the complexities of balancing responsibilities with personal goals. Through candid conversation and shared experiences, we delve into the challenges, sacrifices, and triumphs of navigating parenthood while striving for fulfillment. Tune in today as we are inspired, empathetic, and provide practical insights on pursuing dreams amidst the journey of caregiving.
Yes. We all know how that is at times.
We
We
all
all
know how
know.
that is at times.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So, welcome, Tracy. You look beautiful. Excuse me, Mahogany. You look beautiful today. Mahogany, you look really good. And thank you for being here. How do you feel today?
Absolutely. I feel good, honestly. I have to honestly say I do feel good. Um my weekend started off well and it ended off amazing. With my wants being fulfilled. So I feel good. I feel really good. Coffee's my thing. That's what I started my weekend off with because I said I must go for a walk. Did my walk down to the local coffee shop. Started off good, ended off good. I'm here wholeheartedly, intentional. My mind and spirit are feeling really organic and excited about what we're going to be talking about tonight. And what about you, my lovely Sparkle sister?
Oh, today I'm feeling really good. I'm really excited about today's um, platform, inspired by T, that I know she'll be joining real shortly. And also, the icebreaker was inspired by you. So it was, I think you wanted us to, can you tell us what it was like to create a song, to come up with a song that was like a soundtrack for our life story or
Yeah. So more like a soundtrack for your life. It could be past, it could be present, it could be your life for today, what you may feel, whatever song that inspires you, maybe, or that speaks about you and how you feel. Because music, it just does something. I don't know about everyone else, but music just does. I do know. Let me not say that. Because music brings unity, music touches our soul, and that's what it does. Love is an understatement for what I love about music. It's so many different things about music that just hits you, from the lyrics to the chorus to the beat to the frequencies. Music is just like, so that's why I wanted to know what would be the soundtrack for um, the females and the other ladies and sisters that I'm sharing this platform with. What is their soundtrack? Um, Also, it's music that I probably never heard of before that I could listen to that could bring me some uprising and some motivation as well.
yes.
Yes.
So, did you mention a song? Like, what's the first song that comes to your head that would be the soundtrack of your life? Or here's a better one. Could you tell me how what would be the soundtrack of your life at the maybe the first stage? So we're gonna do like the past, your past life, your life now, and where you're going, or somewhere in between.
Okay, well, what I think of from the past growing up would be self-destruction. That song, because of how I was in a community center and things of that nature. And it spoke volumes of what was going on at that time, self destruction, and the different people, the different hip hop artists that were in it spoke volumes for what was going on in my community, what was going on in myself. So that was self destruction from my past. I didn't even write that down. I just came to mind. Right now, for my life right now, Whiz Kid, Bless. That is something that I feel and I know I am blessed and highly favored. And I think it's his name is Kamasi Washington, Sun Kissed Child. Love that song. Love it. Absolutely love it. It speaks volumes of letting you know you are that person in life who are you are that child. You're that person. And it just speaks about what we're talking about today, as far as you're that person to be that go-getter. Go get what you're going to get. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but man, this song called Hello, listen, if you ever feeling like, oh, you listen to Hello, I'm gonna spell her name out. Her name's Aqyila. Aquila. Her
Okay.
is
Say it
K
again. K.
A Q. Excuse me, Aqyila.
That is unique.
Yes, and her song is called Hello. Yeah, so she and I love me. I love hip hop. So we know we got to use "Moment for Life" for Nicki Minaj. I play that in the morning. That gets you going in the morning. And of course, I'm from the era, that '90s era. Eve, who's that girl? That's
Wait,
me.
hold
I'm
on. I
that
need to
girl.
hear a sample. You pick a song. I want to hear a sample.
Okay, so which one we gonna do? Who's that girl? Who's
Yes.
that girl? My voice a little raspy right now. So who's that girl? La 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 la. Mo's that girl. La 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 la. She got the earrings on the matches today.
Hello. You better
So
act like you know.
that's it right there. So
Welcome, Shy.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
hi
Hey,
Shy,
Hey
how
good.
sis,
are you?
I'm good. How you doing, sis? I'm good. I can't complain. But
Absolutely.
I've been phenomenal spirits all the time. But I am happy. I am happy how y'all week has been.
To say the least. It's been a wonderful weekend.
Okay, see, we just all in happy spirits.
Yes, welcome.
Look.
So, speaking about happy spirits, I created a surprise for us. I just wanted to share real quick. It's an intro, it's only 11 seconds long.
Okay,
We'll be
send it.
right
Let me
back.
see. Let's share it. Let's share it.
We
Okay.
back.
I love it. I love it. I love the intro. That gives us so much professionalism and realism.
Yes, 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 yes,
So,
it
thank you.
does.
You know, it don't take much for me to cheese. But, I wanted to ask you, Yashai, you came right on in because we were talking about soundtracks of our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you, Mahogany, too. That was very insightful. I want to hear this past, like a song that will represent your past, a song that will represent you right now, and possibly the song that represents where you're going in the future, or just a combination of all three. But we just want to hear some songs that represent you.
Okay, so if I was to go back to the past, have y'all ever heard Lauren Hill Rare? Um, she has a song out called Rare, and it really is rare because a lot of people haven't heard it. So if y'all
Mhm.
go look that up, it's Rare by Lauren Hill. Um, Definitely anything by Jay-Z, because I think I'm Jay-Z in my head. I'm a Sag, so I can't help it. Okay. And if it was to be like a right now song, uh y'all remember that song with the Apollo movie? Um, and I don't want the world to see me.
No, I don't remember that.
It seems like another rare song to
Okay,
me.
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't want the people to come at me like that. I think it's by Aerosmith, okay, or Steven Tyler. Either one, he in both. So that, there you go, right there. Um, but I think the world is starting to understand who I am as far as in my creativity and this whole Sha Chanel brand of geniusness. So I just want the world to know who I am at this point in time.
Okay. That is beautiful. So is that the song where you going to? Did you say the song where you was going?
Where am I going?
Yes.
Um, rich nigga, rich nigga, rich song. That's where I'm at. Okay.
Yes.
If I can't put it in no other aspect, that's what I'm about to be. I'm claiming it.
Wow, I like that.
Absolutely. I feel it, sis. That's right.
So we have some comments. DK says love, love.
Thank you.
And that is the spelling of the song that Mahogany mentioned. And thank you, DK, for also putting that in the comments. DK is in Georgia, you guys. She's listening from Georgia.
Okay, shout out Georgia.
And she says that song, I love it, so that she knows about that song.
Oh, yes. Ah, okay.
And then we have Kamal Fardan. Shout out to Kamal Fardan, aka Yacht Carriers. He's the producer of this SisStars cipher. You know, he's in the background doing the most, and we appreciate him. And it says, my question is, what songs did you listen to that helped you get through that angriest and hurt moment?
Oh, who want to go first on that?
Um, anything gangster.
That's what I'm saying. I can get
Anything
my
gangster.
song
I
after.
want to calm down. I want the music to excite me. I want the music to vibe with my emotions at that time. I don't think nobody listens to a song to calm down. No, we listen to the music that relates to what we going through at that time.
Right, a little Keisha Cole. You know, when Keisha Cole album come on, he know what time it is. He may
Yeah, she
either
can
break
make
the
me
album
feel. She
because you
make it
played it
rock
so
like.
much, or he gonna be like, "Oh, we at this again." Okay, yes. Me, I kind of like gravitate toward more of like a chill, like when I get in my feelings, I'll do like a Jill Scott, living my life like it's golden. I'm just like living my life like it's golden, golden, whatever.
Living my
You know,
life.
I'm gonna keep it
Okay.
pushing. And nowadays, I'm listening to Beyonce Renaissance, cause these mother ain't stopping me. That's what I'm saying. You know, so it's a
Right.
toss up. And like she said, when that Jay-Z come on, I'm feeling it. Yeah. If you get a little high. No, all right, we're not gonna go there with Jay. We're not gonna do that.
The song that get me through my angry moments that popped to my mind was DMX. Um, Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too when you see me spit at you. That song. I can't
Okay.
remember the name right now, but and then I can't help the pit bull and skirt in me. And then the other song would be off the top of the head would be
Go, 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 go.
Umi Says by Mos Def,
Mm-hmm.
and also by Mos Def a chant of well actually a recite of Assalamu alaikum, the greeting that like really calms me straight out right when I hear that the first 10 seconds. So that's what get me through the hurt.
Nice. Sweet, yeah, sit down.
And then we have another comment for Jericho Thomas who says, tuning in, checking this out.
But
Nice.
we hope you like
Nice.
it. Stay tuned then.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Don't leave.
Yeah, I'm with it. Don't leave. Stay right here.
Okay, so I guess this is a really good. Oh, and then I have to say, if the song of my life would just be such something song as generic as "My Life" by Mary J. Blige. Like, take a look at my life and see what I see. So that's
Yes.
what I play that 1,000 times in a row when I feel misunderstood.
Mm, Mary,
And
she just does something to the soul.
So I have some talking points actually for us ladies.
Okay.
So I want us to talk about some dreams and aspirations that we had to postpone or set aside due to our responsibilities as a caretaker, parent, soldier, love. I guess talk about some of the sacrifices that we made. I guess first let's start off with what dreams and aspirations did you all have? Let me start with you, Shy. What is one dream or aspiration that you had that had to take a little bit of a detour because of your caregiving, parenting slash artistry, and all of it?
Oh no. I wouldn't say it, I'm a visionary. So I feel like if it didn't happen at that point in time, then it wasn't meant to happen at that time.
Mhm.
But most of everything that I inspire to do, can't nobody stop me. Fun story. Excuse me, y'all. Fun story. I had a friend, and we were talking, and I was like, "Yo, I want to do this, that, and third." And maybe about 4 years prior to that conversation, in my head, I was like, "I'm gonna open up a club." Okay. Now my homegirl, y'all, she called me and she was like, "Y'all got this idea out of one day," and she was like, "I want to open up a club, but I'm gonna tell you this, so don't call me tomorrow talking about Shy, you found the club." She was like, "Because if you tell me you found the club, I ain't talking to you no more." True story. So when she was like, "Tomorrow I'm gonna call you, but do not tell me you found the club." She called me tomorrow and I told her I found the club. Okay. So moving forward, I wound up opening up one of the hottest independent nightclubs in South Carolina, right? And she
Nice.
ain't talked to me for maybe about 5 years after that fact because I opened up a club. So I can't see a no, you can't do it. Honestly, when people tell me no, I can't go after what I envision, that makes me want to do it a million times harder. I'm gonna make it happen now because you feel like I can't get it done. So yeah, I don't know if there was any ideas or anything like that that I couldn't accomplish because everything that I set myself out to do, I'm gonna do it. Sparker, you know me. If I tell you I want to open up a store next week, you gonna hear a phone call. Come through my store. Look at my website. I got the store, the merch. This I'm gonna make it happen, regardless
That's
on
just
what I have to do. So I don't know. I don't have no regrets or anything like that on what I didn't accomplish in life. Do maybe the income part, but I'm getting to that right now. I love the money. Um so that's it. Other than that,
So, so what do you mean about the income part?
I want to be rich right now. I don't want to wait till tomorrow to be rich. I wanted to be rich 2 days ago. And now I'm starting to see where the income comes value. And truth be told, too, you can't get rich overnight. You got to work for some shit. You actually got to put the work in. And I was skipping some key points too. If I'm gonna be real with y'all, because y'all my SisStars.
that's
So
right. Absolutely.
skipping some parts and trying to get rich right now, that shit ain't gonna work for you. You gotta go through the steps, the process, especially if you want something longevity and solid as a foundation. But now I'm smart, I'm wiser, older, and I got qualifications and validations by some of the most important people in this world. So I feel blessed. The money's there.
Amen. Yes.
Waiting for us to show up.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so Mahogany, before we go into the next comment, I want to hear Mahogany. What is something that you feel like had to take a detour because of your caregiving and parenting, guardianship, soldier love? Let me be quiet.
Right. So if I had that type of attitude that Shy has about like that go getter, like I don't give a about I'm going to get it. That's the attitude I think that we miss when we have children sometimes. Is that we're like, you know what? Nah. I gotta take care of these kids. I need this regular 9 to 5. I gotta check in and check out. I gotta make sure I still have this check. I need my medical insurance. I need this. That's STEM state benefits keep coming and rolling in. Um, so those are things that I think that's one contributing factor to that 9 to 5 mentality, and not just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna leap out on faith and do my business. And then you like, I gotta do basketball this weekend. If I'm gonna do basketball, depending on what kind of business you wanted to open, because I always wanted to open up a daycare. That was my biggest thing, was opening up daycare, because I always want to provide service for children in my community with a solid foundation. So when by the time they get to kindergarten, they know how to spell their name. They know all the basic stuff and then some. And then now learning what more else they need to get into to get into not to get into kindergarten, but to be in kindergarten and to be at the top of the class continuously, is learning how to read at a young age, and phonics is what they took out. So that was what I always wanted to do. And also providing a service for parents where they could come and chill for a day, for the once or twice out of the month, and be able to woosah, because we all need that at times. So my dreams have been deferred and put on the back burner for many years because of all the things that may have taken place in my life, from cancer to raising my kids, my getting my niece and my nephew, the this, the that, so many. It's a multitude of things that made me put my stuff on the back burner. But I always kept in touch with myself for that passion, and it fulfills me when I did work as a TA, but it didn't bring me no money. $534 every 2 weeks wasn't kicking it. So I will always try to find different meanings of trying to make more money. I went and got my nursing assistant. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. Went to construction, nah, that ain't for me. But then New York State called me. It's like, hey, you want to work at the at a secure facility? I'm like, oh yes, New York State. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. But I always kept writing at nighttime what I want. Went back to school, still writing down what I want, still writing it down. Even though I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this one day, and if I could share with y'all, I'll do that in a few. But I'm gonna do this right here first. So I'm still writing stuff down, still talking about what I'm going to do. Instagram, all these platforms are so wonderful. This generation is, man, listen, if you use it for the right tools, you good. So I still was here writing stuff down what I want to do, but still not working on it. Cause I could be a procrastinator at times. I'd be like, oh, let me get to this. I'm gonna get to it, but I'm gonna get to it. So now I'm writing stuff down. I made a vision board. And a lot of times I think we get so caught up in our kids. And I want people to know that it's okay to get caught up in your kids, enjoy them while they're young, because it happens so fast and they grow up. But make sure you're enjoying your time and fulfilling yourself at the same time with what you want. So behind me is like, this way is my vision board. So I created this vision board maybe a few years ago, and I was so excited when the first thing on it popped up and was sent to me. In Essence magazine, there was an article about a guy who, I love plants. So he had a plant book. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this plant book, cut it out, put it up on there. My sister wound up sending it to me a few months later. Boom. And also on top of my vision board it says, I'll share it. It's really sweet. It says, so this is my vision board right here. And a lot of times I think people, they don't know the steps to take. Sometimes I was that person that didn't know the steps to take. Write your goals down, write this down, you know what I mean? So this is part of my vision board, and this was it right here. This was that plant book right here that I was talking about. Owning properties, because I believe that's a way of financial freedom, is owning properties. And of course, Laddie's Royal Childcare and putting your passion first. So these are some of the things that I've done, and just recently I created an office. I'm like, I need an office, because now I'm putting it into the visualization of it. Now is, this is, I created an office, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing, you know. So putting your action to work. When those kids are sleeping or whatever they may be doing, just take maybe 18 minutes, 20 minutes a day from your time, write down what you want to do, then put it to action. This year I told you, I'm not sure everybody knows or whatever, but I was down for the count. Sis was out. Thought lights was gonna be out, but I said, nah, Lord, I'm not ready. So I did this, action in progress. So I wrote down what I want, bullet, you know what I mean? And then I also like to write stuff like, I am the head, not the tail. And went to QuiltCon, and this, of course, I love right here. But this right here is what I said I'm gonna share with y'all, because I wrote this in '97 when I first went away to college, upstate New York. And this tells a story of what I wanted. And it said it was human services or something like that. One of those college entry classes. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? And I said in the year 2011, I had my own daycare. And so now I visualize it, I feel it more. So it's coming. It's coming. It's coming in September as we speak. And I just want to let everybody know out there, don't let your dreams be deferred. Keep going for your dreams. Be a go getter. Continue being a go getter, just writing it down and putting that to action. Have faith, but have faith, because faith without works is you just sitting here just chilling. And I wrote down a few things. The 4 G's: God, goals, grinding, gratitude. If you have your goals, one, vision, make a vision of them, vision with no limitation. What can you achieve? Write a note to yourself, to your future self, you know. Identify and align with what your future goals are, and just write your goals, how you're going to attain them, break them down, and do what you love. Do what you love. Do what you love. But have that constant go getter. I feel more of a go getter now than I ever felt before in my life. Because my kids are not. It's not even because of my kids. Because my niece, when she was in college, she's like, "Auntie, you still doing your daycare?" I'm like, "Yeah, honey, I'm going to do it." She's like, "Oh, okay." My son be like, "Ma, you really should you really be eating that?" And I'm like, so they constantly was reminding me of stuff, but I just felt I should take care of them. But I wasn't taking care of me by not writing things down. So you little 18 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want to do, work towards that every day, and you're going to get it. You're going to be good at it. And yeah, don't let that stop
Yeah.
you.
That was exceptional. That was phenomenal. First of all, I want to say thank you for being so transparent and vulnerable. And I'm just like drooling over your vision board. And, thank you for sharing your vision. I actually created a
You're
vision
welcome.
board too, with just words and mostly affirmations, because things I want to see. So it is
Yes.
really important on what is around your subliminal area, the things that you just place it there. And every day for 21 to 30 days, you're just subliminally programming your subconscious mind to believe that what you're seeing. So it's really deep, how far that can go. So I want to go to Jericho. You said so much. You said a handful. um, Jay Thomas, he says, go for it. Life is short. Do what makes you happy and just be smart about it. Keep on networking
Yes.
and building relationships, which leads to bigger things. Thank you, Jay
Amen.
Thomas, for your
Yes.
comment. And
Yes.
thanks for listening and
Yes.
watching. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Networking is big time.
Yeah. So what I would say that was a challenge for me that made me, I feel like, put myself on hold, was to be like a mega ultra superstar. Like I wanted to be out there acting. I wanted to be like everything that um this artist Beyonce is doing. I had that all in my mind. However, when I had a child, my first child, I put everything went on hold because I felt like love was my superpower. I still feel like that now. So I felt like all the love and unconditional support and all the just being in the face and smelling and shaking and talking life into, I knew I was capable of that. So when I found out I was pregnant, I said, you know what? Forget all that stardom. What's growing inside of me? It's also a star. It's like a star seed, right? So let me give it the things. I put headphones on my belly early. He was listening to Beethoven when I found out I was pregnant. So he always, and then he was breastfed, and it was just like I was doing the best I can do as a parent. So I used the energy that made me feel like, oh man, I could have been out there shining like a star. 10 years later, 15 years later, you look at these people when they're speaking candidly, they wish that they were a regular person. They wish that they can go to the corner store and not have to be chased down by paparazzi or, So I feel like that part of me was kept sacred because I don't know how I would be if I would turn every corner and have somebody trying to, have a peep at my child, or like I'm really lioness. I'm really territorial about my children. So I think that it wasn't the time for me now. But like you mentioned earlier, Mahogany, and what you're all about, Shy, is the digital age right now, where things are going digitally. Us being here, right now, in real time, talking about real things. We're real people, right?
Yes.
So I feel like all of that. I feel like Shy mentioned, nothing happens until it's time for it to happen. I believe the time is now. You know.
Right.
So you mentioned some coping strategies already, Mahogany, and I wanted to talk about that. I didn't want to leave this platform
Can I
tonight
jump in with that?
without
Can
offering.
can I jump in and say
Say
something
that
on that
again.
too? I said I wanted to jump in and
Absolutely.
say something on. So I had got my certification and degree in social emotional learning, right?
Ooh.
So I was about to tell you that also if you want to include with your vision board, we have this thing that's called medicine wheels, right? And I'll send you guys, a PDF and stuff like that so you guys have an example of how to create your own medicine wheel. And you just start in a sense as if you would yourself. You center yourself, but what can you add onto you as something that would be medicine for you? It don't have to necessarily be, regular medicine, but
Right.
something that adds on to you to where it'll make you feel better. It could be 10 smiles today. It can be, a walk in the park. It can be whatever your heart desires, but utilize that medicine wheel because this is you actually visualizing and seeing and planning to feel better, right? And planning to take the steps that you need to get to that vision of a person that you would, you want to create for yourself. So I just wanted to tap that in there.
Thank you.
Um,
Sister, I just I have a question for you. Have
mhm.
you always had that burning tenacity in you?
Yes.
And if so,
With ghetto-ness, girl. With the ghetto-ness.
it's on call all the time. Mine is in me. It's on call, like Steve Harvey said. It's on call, and I think that's what makes us who we are. Because it's not only book smart, because book smarts you buy that knowledge, but when you got that hood ghetto common sense, it goes a long way. For those people that are all the way at the top, we can explain things to them to help those that are just common with me. So
hmm
yeah, so did you always had that
I
burning
have to
fire
say,
in you?
right?
And how do you tell people to like, you know, what keep that like find that? Where do you find that at? Like I
What
understand, I
is
know
I
it's
got
within
a
you.
real good I have a real good need to save my people. I tell people all the time, I speak for the niggas and not the niggers. Those are two different type of classes of people, right?
Right, right,
So
copy that.
then when you put into this perspective that I'm a black woman and I already see the way that our people are going. Like today I was speaking to some web designers, a great phenomenal meeting, right? And one of the key things that we realize is that I can't come on headstrong and tell my people, yo, let's do this way. Let's do
Right.
this way. If we do A, B, and C, it's going to happen for us. Ain't no niggas listening to that shit. Nobody don't want to hear that. They want to hear how I'm going to pay my bills. If I take my attention off what my grind is already, how the fuck is that going to transpire for a benefit for me if I got kids too to feed, right? I might got a household, little baby mama, little baby daddy, whatever, right? So it's harder to tell people change your lifestyle and go this way. No, you gotta mind fuck some people. First, I gotta do it. I gotta be the example because they always say a good leader is a person that can lead by example rather than tell somebody I could show you, right? And then two, I gotta be able to walk the walk and talk the talk at the same fucking time. It's not like if some high end political person was to come into the head and be like, y'all all vote. I'm not gonna listen to you, bro. I don't even got no time for you. Honestly, I think you a scam. You trying to scam me and all my peoples, which I want, right? But if I see a sister that's out here that know that the food stamp application is more intensive than you getting into the political adjustments or whatever, any type of government official job, the food stamp application is more severe than the government job. You got to give more information who your mama is, who your daddy is, who this is, where you get this from, how much money you bringing in, how much money you think you're going to bring in. You got Cash App, you got Zelle, you got this, where your income from the last 3 years, who was your landlord. That's
Right.
more intensified than it is for me to go and say, "Yo, I want to be city council. I want to be a city treasurer. I want to stand for for councilman or anything like that." So my people need to figure that out. And I have that not only because my people need to figure it out, but let's face it, we might not be here for the next 40 years. If you 40 now, you might not be here 40 years more.
Listen,
So
that's a
if
whole
you got
fact.
kids, who the fuck gonna tend to them? Because 90% of the time, my people don't even have fucking burial insurance. So my kids they better know how to fry some fish or chicken. So if they don't know how to even fry no fish or chicken, you going in the pine box.
That's why it's important. I just had that situation. That's why it's important that we get that little insurance. You know what I mean? We got to get a little, just a little something.
But sis, to be
You know what I
honest with
mean?
you, we can't even afford that lifestyle. Like I was I was telling a few people that it's not the fact that we don't know. We know
You know,
exactly what we need. But as black women, especially urban black women in a hood, the ghetto black women, us sisters, not the sisters, right? The sisters, uh, we not afforded that luxury to have that, to pass that on or what's the life skills because we still teaching survival skills. How you gonna pay your bill next month with my kid? I want you to save this, put this to the side, rob Peter to pay Paul. Those are only skills predominantly that we are afforded to teach our kids.
it's unfortunate to say that, but sometimes I can agree with you on a lot of things, but now I think that we have that knowledge, and with so many different, it's so competitive in the insurance world. Like Gerba, once you have a child, I think that we need to be more informed. Going to like the clinics and stuff like that. Gerba, as soon as you have a child, I'm a victim of it because I put myself in that predicament. Gerber's like $3 a month when you first have a child. And as the child get older, it starts to be a little more. That's a little something stowed away for that child. A little something, not nothing crazy. For us as adults, as parents, we don't want to leave that burden on them. Like, damn, mama left that for me to do. Love her to death, but damn, I'm mad at her. Like, why did she leave me here like this with this burden to bury her? She ain't have nothing. She always was trying to look cute because I'm that person that want to look, that look nice sometimes. But let me put that little $10 away. I'm struggling right now to tell my son, listen, baby, mama have been out of work for a little bit, so you gonna have to pay this right here. That $500 speakers in your car, that's not what we need right now. Okay, but we have to let people even in our hood know, and the ghettos know, like, yo, nah. Yes, I had to rob from Peter to pay Paul because sometimes I'm still doing that sometimes. Listen, I ain't gonna pay. My lights gotta stay on, but this right here, can I get an extension on that, please? Thank you.
But
Okay.
even with that,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm happy. Even me and Sparkle, we we both took the millionaires class. Um, we have now tools and stuff like that to sustain generational wealth. Like the dollar I make next week, I want my grandkids to have that same physical fucking dollar when they're spending it. And that's the generational wealth that our people need to start seeking on. But I can contest sometimes that same dollar that I make next week, that shit might be loaded up for the change and Scrabble because sometimes you have to go through the survival tactics. But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we can break that, and then sometimes it's mentally too. Sometimes mentally we our own self sabotagers. We
Big time.
procrastinate mentally. If you cannot get past your own self mentally, if you cannot get past that little thought in your head, your self-conscious thought about
That's right.
anything, you're not going to succeed. You could blame it and point fingers to everybody in the world on why you
That's
didn't and
right.
how they did. But honestly, we also have to start self-reflecting to see where is it
Mhm.
to where it's a blockage or an obstacle, whether that be physical, financial, or mental. You have to first self-evaluate to get yourself to that next step. And one of
Mhm.
those things is sacrifice and
That's
commitment. Black
sacrifice
people
big
ain't
time.
committed to shit nowadays other than the shit we don't need to be committed to. Case in point, fashion, entertainment, all kinds of shit.
That's
If you
the
see how
hood rich.
easy it is for millionaires to make money, and you don't even know these millionaires exist just straight off of feeding your ass entertainment that ain't got shit to do with what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Emancipate, like Bob said, emancipate yourself from
From
mental
mental
slavery.
slavery. Come
None
on
shall
now.
them kill their own self. Yes.
But you got some people that ego and deterioration for their self is so deeply rooted to where they can't accept the fact that they are mental fucking slaves. I tell people that all the time. We in a way, y'all think physical slavery back then was some shit. You in a worse shit in today's world because you're mental slaves. And what mental slaves is, we volunteer ourselves to become captured rather than
Yes.
being captured physically without no opportunity or no options to seek otherwise. We are
Right.
volunteering our own mental, our kids' mental, and everybody else mental, right? That's why I said let the sisters lead it. Because the moment that we overcome our mental slavery is the moment that our kids and our generations and the men that we seek out
Yes.
is going to have to overcome mental slavery.
Right. That's why. But the people need to realize the reason why Bob Music, that movie's out for a reason. Yeah, I need to. I hope everybody get, not even if you don't see it, listen to that music.
No
Crazy bald heads.
woman, no cry.
Come
That's right.
on. Come
Crazy
on.
bald heads. Yo, crazy bald heads. That song is listen. I
And
want
a
y'all to
lot of
listen.
people.
Listen to Crazy Bald Heads, but listen to it. Don't go nowhere and listen to it because you're gonna be looking at people like them crazy. We're gonna chase those crazy. Yo, Crazy Ball Heads is not for right here, right now. But Crazy Ball Heads, I need y'all to listen to that right there.
But
Yeah.
even that brother story, even with the legendary and iconic Bob Marley, if you start waking your people up, they gonna come for you. That's why I said the difference between niggers and niggas is if the hood love you, are they gonna make sure that you straight. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So if you are helping niggas elevate their mind, I always say this: when niggas wake up, kings will rise. When niggas wake up, they in trouble. They in trouble. It's more pookies and killers and murders and all of them out in the hood than it is the regular middle class black people. Once the numbers start waking up and they start really seeing what their value is, it's
Right.
over.
And it starts with the sister. You're right, because we the ones that push them out of the womb. And this is why it's important for us to
And we
keep
sitting
this
here waiting for
flow
a
of
man to tell us we gonna
our
save our culture.
goals.
We waiting for a man. We sitting here waiting for a man to say, "Hey, we gonna save our culture." No offense to the brothers, they got it too. We need them too. Y'all our
We
strength,
need
y'all
them.
providers,
Absolutely. And I want
and
us I
things
want
like
us to
that.
make sure we say that too, that we do need our brothers. Because a lot of times our younger females are saying, I don't need them. No, we do need them, but we need them to be on board with us. That way we can grow together and elevate together with our goals. And even as older women, we got to make sure we stay on point with our goals and keep that burden desire, like my sis right here. She be on it. I'm going to make sure I have that in me, that go getter, but that procrastination, I gotta that fire's gotta fizzle out. That fire is gonna go out.
We definitely gonna rise from the phoenix, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So I
Amen.
wanted to
Yes,
talk
sir.
about support systems. So what we said, it sounds really empowering. It sounds really good. Like as soon as I get off this phone, this platform here, I'm gonna go and do something. But how long does it really last without a solid support system? So there are some of us caregivers and parents and guardians who might have little to no support systems. How do you speak to, or what will we say? What will we offer as inspiration to those who don't at this while listening to us at this moment don't have a support system?
Be your own support. If God told you how much time you actually had to live on this fucking earth, you wouldn't waste 1 second. Support your damn self. Put yourself first. You got it. Everybody got it in you. Everybody has it in them to where they can overcome any obstacle. And I've been through some life wrenching fucking clutch my pearls pain. Okay, it's just like damn, ouch, right? Hold on a second. But you gotta realize that you're gonna have to push through. You can make it, especially if you have not so much a support system. If you have an idea, if you have a thought, if you have a just an inkling, a consideration to do something for yourself to make yourself stand out of your situation where you feel you need support, do what the steps you need to do. Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Do what the fuck you need to do to get to that step. It should be no procrastination. If you have to wake up in the morning 30 minutes earlier to woosah yourself, have a cup of coffee, call your girlfriends, shake it off, listen to Beyonce, cuff it, cuff it, cuff it, whatever it is, falling in
Right.
love, whatever it is that you have to do. And then after that 30 minutes, you snap back in. Create an alter ego. I say that too. My real name's Shaisha, but I'm Sha Chanel everywhere else. And they don't know this bitch, Sha Chanel. She a whole new bitch. She a whole celebrity out here now, right? So create an alter ego. If you cannot be that person that you want
Get
to
an
be
alter
right
ego.
now, create an alter ego and make that person because eventually they're going to entwine together. Somebody going to win the fight. You're going to either like what your alter ego doing or your alter ego is not going to like what the old you was doing. That's my advice.
I like that. I like that. There we go. There we go. I feel I'm gonna piggyback right off of Sha because it's true. If you don't have that support system, you just got to do what you got to do, and that's I always felt I need somebody to help me. I asked my fam, hey, anybody want to come and join on? Because when it starts getting crazy, and I go on the outside and hire people, don't be upset. So now it's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna do what I do and just take care of it. That's it. Like you said, don't procrastinate and do it yourself. Do it yourself. Like you said, do it yourself. And always have that in your head. I'm gonna do this myself. Forget about it. And you go and get into those places like, damn, I really wish I had the help. You know what? Forget it. I'm good. And keep going. That's it.
You
That's
know
it.
what I also learned too? What's meant for you and you doing it and you working towards it, the right people gonna come that need to be your support. You don't have to do shit. You ain't even gotta meet these people. The
That's
universe
right.
just attach that energy. If you putting out that energy, yeah, I want to start a business. Yeah, I want to start a business. Yeah, I want to start a business. I want to
You
start a
start meeting
business.
those
I want to start a
folks.
business. You gonna start meeting folks that started a business. You're gonna start meeting folks that
It's
know how to
true.
register a business. You're gonna start seeing online ads and shit for the algorithm to pick up because your energy and your aura and your conversations been, I want to start a business. I want to start a business. The universe just works that way. So you don't need to look for support opposed to if you're
You
doing what you need to
don't.
do, the universe gonna bring it to you.
It's a blessing. That's why they say faith without works. And that what they say, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. Listen, no weapons going to form. Everybody's just going to keep coming to you. You right about that. That's right. Faith without works. You got to be working on it. I'm telling you, I've been bumping into some people, and that's why I know this time is for real. Even my 9 to 5, because that 9 to 5 is what fuels your money. And that's why I tell the young kids at my job all the time. They young getting money. These kids up there is getting money up there. And that's how I said, listen, make sure this money you making here is to fuel your dreams of what you have to do. Don't sit here like folks and be like, oh, I'm gonna stay here to 60 years old to retire. Because you doing a bid. Whether you know it or not, you doing a bid while you working there. Even though you have the freedom and liberty to go in and out these gates. But once that joint go bam, boom, and it slams, you gotta leave your cell phone, you gotta leave your Apple Watch. You're not in touch with your family. God forbid something happens. When you gonna try to climb up the gates and climb over the barbed wire? Nah, you in there with these guys. Sorry, that's why I tell them respect them, treat them like people, don't be animals with them. And guess what? They're gonna respect you, they're gonna look out for you. But remember, young folks, take it for what it is and move on. Get this money, grow your own business at all times, at all costs. And like you said, if you don't have the people behind you, so be it. You go and get it. But remember that 9 to 5 is what fuels your job, but what's what fuels your dream. And if you fail, it's okay. Get back up. Keep going. Keep going because you're gonna learn from that. And I think that's another thing that was my biggest thing is that I was always, even as a child, I was afraid of failure. Like, dang, I don't want to lose. I don't want to fail. And even so, I never liked playing dodgeball as a kid. Everybody love that. 1, 2, 3, bam, blowing my chest up. Nah, I don't play like that. I never liked playing dodgeball because I didn't want to be the first one out. Because I knew my balance was off. And I was like, nah, I don't want to play because if somebody throw the ball at me real hard and heavy, I'm going to want to take their head off. So I'm not doing that. So I know myself enough to know what I could do. And I'm like, do this. Everything is falling into line. And why I spoke about my job, because my job is giving me a hard time now to come back after being out for a year.
Fuck
I
that
took a,
job.
you know what I mean? So I'm like, God, what you telling me now? But I need this. I got to go back real quick, though, because I got to go back to get this little bit of change first. I ain't going to hold it. Listen, I have my little certificate to go work up in these homes and stuff like that, which I'm going to use that too. But still, I need to go back to my little state joint because I need the money to fuel me again, you know? So it's going to be a good thing. And then to see these younger people to make sure I let them know again, listen, when I'm not here, remember, y'all know I'm not sitting there to 60 years old because it makes no sense to do that. Nah, I'm not doing that. So that support team thing, I feel I
Yeah.
support people just verbally and tell them that type of stuff too, you know? So yeah, like, nah,
So, and
that's
this is this. Thank you for that input, you two. So this is like a virtual community center, right? So a lot of us are what they call extroverts or introverts. I'm not sure which one is the one that's a homebody. So
introvert.
introvert. So a lot of us are introverts or homebodies, or like to be alone or be by themselves for whatever reason. I would like to think that going to an online community might be an option where you can, if you like pets, you go look at pets. It's kind of similar to going to networking in person, but you're going to join these groups on social media or join a social media site that you think is interesting for you, and you can get your tribe like that. You can find people with like mind in that way. That's for people who are a little bit more timid, a little bit more shy, and also need somebody to come hold their hand. So I consider myself to be somebody to hold a hander. Like a lot of people look at me for leadership, which is good too, but sometimes leaders need leaders, or all leaders need to be shoulder to shoulder together, still sharp and still, right? So for me, I joined organizations. I volunteered a lot. Mostly starting with my children and youth advocacy. So that youth advocacy started something else. So I felt like through my journey of childhood, I've lived vicariously through my children. Like I feel like I'm
Mm,
very playful. I have a childlike personality. I have a very childlike self. Like it was a lot of times I took my children to the park. I was sliding my 200 plus self sounds right down the slide with them. I was getting in the bouncy
you
houses with
should.
them. McDonald's, playhouses, all of it. I was getting in all of it. So I will always take my children at a time that majority of the people weren't there. So I was growing up with them. A lot of the things that I wanted from when I was growing up, I didn't have. So I felt like I was being able to live that out with my children. So I grew up with my children. I developed with my children. I matured with my children. So although some of my dreams were deferred, I was able to, I guess, reform myself while being a parent and growing up with my children. Um, and I also wanted to talk about the possibilities. I think we kind of already went there, like revisiting these dreams, the things that we talked about. Is it too late? Can we do these things today? And I think we kind of answered that. So we're only down to the last 5 minutes, and I wrote down some ways, some tips that we can offer people on how to cope if they are going. I did have it here somewhere. Okay,
No,
here we go. What you want to say, Shy?
I was gonna say that was a great idea. Honestly, maybe we should initiate that to have a circle online where people can come and actually get some venting space or some not advice but common feedback. I would say to where
Real talk.
it would be relatable from people of your peers that's going through the same thing. You got so many
Mm.
people to where only if they had a listening ear for 1 second they'll still be here with us on this realm rather than feeling like all hope is lost. I gotta give up. um I had initiated that on Panda One Nation website. That's funny that you said that because we started offering sessions, for people, and it's $20 per session, nothing really, really expensive, however long, rather than $20 per hour. We can, utilize $20 per session, and maybe, that'll be something that we should open up for sisters. Um, Especially these moms, these new moms, postpartum,
Yes, it's
depression,
real.
so much is piled up on them. Even though I can stand and contest to say, I do believe in, work that shit through, see, get it out the mud. But it's still some people that I do realize that don't have that strength yet, that
Mhm.
have not tapped into that strength of themselves as of yet. And sometimes they just need a firecracker like me. Bitch, get up,
Yes,
do what you need to
yes.
do.
We call those the forgotten ones. Those are the forgotten ones. The
Dig
people
in there
that
and find it.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we call Kamal calls them the forgotten ones because those people are, people with mental health, people who are formerly incarcerated, seniors, like the voice of the voiceless. We call them the forgotten ones. So, Mahogany and Shy, you already spoke about this tip is what make a plan. Write down what you need to do each day and do it. Talk to someone. That's what we're doing right now, SisStars. We're talking to each other and we're talking to others, right? Take breaks. It's important to take breaks and do the things that you enjoy: drawing, reading, meditating, playing outside. Set small goals. Sometimes reaching a goal or a 5-year goal, 10-year goal, maybe make a 1 day goal or a 1 week goal, what you want done by Friday, by the end of the week. Use your resources. Like Shy just mentioned, she has a resource that she, utilizes on Panda One Nation. Also, you want to utilize us on the SisStar station, Reality Speaks TV. Here is a platform where we don't censor you. You're able to, speak from your heart and your mind. Stay flexible. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Be flexible to change around sometimes, and adjust your plans when needed. Be kind to yourself. This is very, very, very important. We have to remember to be patient with ourselves,
Yes.
respect ourselves, be kind to ourselves, say good things to ourselves. Like I'll be outside and I hear people say, "Oh, I'm so stupid. I don't even know these people." I'm like, "You're not stupid. You're not," because those words have power. Let's be kind to ourselves. Sometimes we can be forgetful. We all make mistakes.
Excuse me.
Um, and these are just some strategies that I wanted to share with us. Take pride in everything that we accomplish.
Yes.
And you are so in Yoruba language, my tribe in Nigeria, my name is Olayemi, which translates "you are worthy of wealth." So I just wanted to say that you are worthy of happiness, fulfillment, and success. Keep striving for your dreams and know that you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer. And just keep on repeating that to yourselves. And ladies, we are just a minute left. I just wanted to ask you all, what would you like to leave for the people?
Dig a little deeper. Look at Princess and the Frog. Dig a little deeper. You'll find it within.
Oh, my turn. I know y'all gonna miss me. That's what I'm leaving y'all with. Y'all gonna miss me. So tune in next session. Tune in. I'm not leaving y'all with nothing because then y'all ain't gonna come back. We'll come back to the next session and leave back on.
You are hilarious. And this is
I love the energy. I love it.
TV. Yes.
It makes me
Phenomenal
smile.
women. I feel like this is all this is just, it's a beautiful thing. Only thing I can say is phenomenal, right? And then I wanted you guys to enjoy the outro, just like I created the intro. I also have an outro.
I hear it. Yes.
Yes.
For the SisStars Cipher. I come here, blood, sweat, and tears. So you've been tuned into Reality Speaks TV. This is real people, real talk, and real time. Until next time, everybody, we out. Good night.
Peace.
Good night.
Bless up.
Melon the queen, I love her complexion. I give her my love and affection. I look in the eyes, she feel the connection. Wishes with me, she got my protection. I take the lead, she follow my direction. She's mine, she's a prize possession. I'm only in competition with that man in reflection. She liking my songs, I'm on her plays, just ask her. She said Jake her favorite, she liking my smell, she in love with the fragrance. She's a beast, but she like how I tame, she acts how I move.